Checking. Hello, how you doing? Dura Martinez. I'm a student with the University of New Mexico, and I'm here introducing the exhibitionist artist Floyd Nixon.
Yes.
And we're here to talk today about art entrepreneurship and what brought us here today, and what expands our ideal of influencing artistic ideals and where we get that from. So we're going to begin here with Doan Floyd, um, asking him a few questions about what brought him to achieve and do his type of work that he does. Mr. Nixon,
Yes, sir.
So what brought you here to Taos, and what type of art development are you currently involved in?
Well, I would say what brought me to Taos is getting me away from there, you know. And I was at the end of life there, and there was nothing left for me. It didn't matter. I just couldn't live where I used to live. It was stifling. And I just happened upon Taos. I was camped out in Rocky Mountain National Park for somewhere around 10 days. I was going to be heading to a family reunion. And I've been camping, no radio, no nothing. And driving along I-70, heading east, I finally turned on the radio. It was AM radio only. But was like, I finally clued into what day of the week it was even. Um, and so I was like, there's no way in hell I'm gonna go to Arkansas to hang out in that hot environment. So I just bolted off of I-70 and started driving back roads, dirt roads, gravel roads through Colorado, and popped out near Raton. And at that point is where I looked at the map, and I was like, oh yeah, I remember someone telling me, my friend Michelle was telling me that Taos was a cool place. So when I rolled into town, 20, more than 20 years ago, it was a different town, and I just liked it. I liked that there weren't as many Anglos. I liked the way the town was just kind of dusty and a little beat up.
Did the artistic influence bring you here?
No,
No, not at all.
not at all. Just a place. What kept me here was that I've been to mountain towns before, and I never really felt a sense of graciousness about those places. I didn't have anything, and a single guy traveling, there wasn't really a lot of outward engagement to be friendly to me, or what my experience was. And here it was just the opposite. Everyone looked you in the eye and was friendly.
So you loved it here then?
Yeah, right from the get-go.
Right from the get-go. What drives you today, and what makes you try to accomplish new goals in your artistic realm?
Well, I think it's cyclical for one thing. Art. I don't consider myself any one thing. I never have. Um, Maybe any time I've considered myself something was having to do with just making money. Truck driver, bartender, whatever. But it never necessarily defined me.
Musician?
Musician. I've never really considered myself a musician either. I play drums.
I see that you play quite a few places here in Taos, and few revenues as far as music shows and the radio.
Well, mostly my performance to do with music right now is playing other people's, and maybe a little of my own that happens to be recorded. that's where I'm getting my rock and roll release now. Bands are a little tough for me. I don't know, because I'm so fickle. I don't know. I get bored or whatever it is. I don't know. I want to do something else. I want to paint or I want to build something.
Changing ideals all the time.
Yeah, I'm not easy to pin down, even to myself.
Did you ever have any internships or any type of schooling to teach you the things that you love? To
I've
paint.
bluffed my way into everything. Absolute bluff. But when I was a child working, my my boss, my what did I say, adopted grandfather, Elmer. This was fifth grade when I started working for him down on the waterfront in Wisconsin, and so sixth grade maybe. I'm like, Elmer, when are you gonna teach me to sail? He's like, all right, get on the boat. So this little boat rental right by this bridge, a road bridge. The water from this big lake tends to slowly work that way. Relevance of that. So I get on the boat, and he throws the line on the boat, and he pushes the boat off. And he goes, "Learn how to sail." So I had literally maybe about 3 minutes to figure it out. So I don't know. I don't take instruction well. Maybe I'm not smart enough to. I don't know.
What about as far as networking and working with other artists? As far as maybe social media. Is there any types of social media where you connect with other artists?
I'm kind of a loner. Um, but I have collaborated in my life, and at times it's hugely gratifying. My main focus of networking or collaboration is this radio station, and it's to serve the community, but it's also serving me. I'm getting my little trip, you know? But I think local radio I think is really important.
so you get to speak your voice and what's on your mind.
Well, yeah, I don't necessarily do that. I think just my energy does that. Um, I tend to not rant much. I don't rave. I try, I have my little moments where I pick on what I think is worthy of picking on, but I'm not really there to change anyone's opinion of anything. At this point I'm beyond trying to change anyone's opinion.
What about has your reaction to your work changed over time?
My reaction, like my reaction to wanna work, or or my art. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, just typically your reaction to work in general, um,
I
how
find
it
I'm
changes over time.
well, sure. I've been busting ass for a long time, and have put myself in a position to work less right now. Um, I grow my own food. We don't go out much.
So you live a
We're broke.
sustainable living is an option of yours.
Yeah, I'm in the first year of that concept. I mean, I guess I'll have to. I'm thinking of what it will be that I'm going to do to earn money.
Are you looking down?
Not like sell a car that's paid for, or you know, some crap that I'm not using around here and try to start selling that off, or any of my land.
Well, what would your dream project be if you haven't accomplished it yet? Or would you want a dream project?
I guess planning has always made me really tense. So I I tend to not do a lot of planning. Um, Hell, just going to this party tonight is going to be, it's, you know, I've known about it for 3 weeks, so it's like, I mean, I'm a little tense right now because I have to go be at the party. You know, my life right now is unscripted, and you know, like yesterday, I delivered a motorhome for someone, so you know, I'll go dig a ditch, I'll go trim trees. I don't know. I'm just willing to make money. I'm not willing to work a job. So right now, after all this time of being someone else's laborer, I don't mind laboring for someone else, but at the end of the day, I'll decide if I want to do it again the next day. I'm not.
Is there a favorite artist that you have, and can you name him?
Hunter S. Thompson.
I wouldn't recognize that name. Can you be familiar?
Oh, he was an author, and you could say he lived his life chock full of true grit.
So, have you made your life and your passion worthy of art alone, or just other aspects?
Well, in this society, we have to make money. I've never considered art and money to be. I'm not. I'm not. I'm not capable of coming back and being creative on the snap of the finger. For me, it's a whim. It's a wave of energy that comes over me, and sometimes it's compelling enough that it actually materializes into something, whether it be written, painted, built, whatever, you know, played. I've I've often pissed off people I've played music with because I didn't want to like do what I didn't want to do.
Would you ever sell out to something? You don't sound like you would. To someone else's ideals rather than your own.
Well, I'm sure I've done that for a number of years, and they were. It was a willing proposition that I went into. You know, I had $15. They had a job. They gave it to me. I saw a golden opportunity to gain a foot in life and get a piece of the dream, my dream, which was always to own a modest
Well, I
home.
see that you've done quite all right because he has quite a place here. We're
It's
here.
simple. It's beat up. It's mine.
Here we are at Doan's Floyd Wilson's backyard, and with a beautiful view of Taos. Exhibition artist, entrepreneur, self-made man, artist here in Taos. Floyd Nixon Wilson. Thank you for having us here today, and
My friend.
take
You're
care.
right.
All right, 15 minutes, perfect.
I'll put